So it's been about 5 years now since I've had my LiquiVac oil changing system to use on doing oil changes on lawnmowers and some other small engines. So yeah. So this is basically on what it looks like. So this is the small engine model. They do make another model with larger tanks, like if you would use them for for bigger stuff, like for maybe ATVs, boats, cars. I don't think I would recommend using them in a car, because probably wouldn't be guaranteed to get all the oil out like if you're using it in a car. So as far as changing oil in a car, I would just do it the old traditional way on changing oils. And so yeah. So I thought I'd just do my little review on this, on my little LiquiVac, talk about some of the pros and the cons on it that I've had it now for the last 5 years. It's a little bit dirty though, but overall I'm very satisfied with it. So sometimes, one of the little issues, sometimes throughout all the years, sometimes this, for the cylinder, like when pumping it, sometimes it'll get very stiff and it'll make it really hard to try and pump the tank, which is basically, now to just fix that, all it just needs is just a little bit of oil all on this. That'll help keep it all lubricated real well. You could probably use WD-40, but I would recommend just use some engine oil. So yeah. Another little issue that I've actually had, this piece here, sometimes whenever I would just by pumping on it back and forth, sometimes this tends to pop out sometimes, which that can be annoying. So, and also throughout the years that I've had it, I did a little modification on it just to make it a little bit easier to like stick it on some oil fillers where you can't quite fit it on on one of these hoses. So I just got this little thinner hose, which this came with my siphon pump. So I decided to just stick it on the hose here on my LiquiVac, and makes it a lot easier. It actually seems to help give it much more suction too whenever I would suck oil out of the engine on a lawnmower. So yeah, so I actually like that. Seem to like it a lot better. So the tank on the small engine model LiquiVacs hold up to about 8 quarts of oil. So it shows in it, I can actually see the oil level, it's got 2 quarts in it. So usually whenever it gets full, I'll usually like to dump it in a container, kind of like with this empty container of Rain-X windshield washer fluid. I actually like these containers, they work great, and especially for the main reason on why is that because it's got a child-proof cap on it. So I actually like that, just so that way, like, that any kids won't be able to open them. They would have a hard time trying to open them. So, and then usually once the container is all full of oil, then I'll usually just take it to a auto repair shop, or any auto store like AutoZone, O'Reilly, or Pep Boys, and they'll recycle the oil. So usually just for temporarily, you want to just keep them in a secured spot, keep them away from any children or pets. And so yeah. And so there's nothing else I could really think about excuse me, about this, and so it's worked great for me. So the main reason on why I actually bought this was because our Craftsman mower, since it has a Honda engine, see, the Honda engines don't have no drain plug underneath of them. Just whereas on a lawnmower like this, here on my Lawnboy 10606, this mower, however, it does have a drain plug. If I can just get underneath here just to show you. So it's just right there. That bolt right there, as you can see right there, that's the drain plug. So other other lawnmower engines will have these, like Briggs & Stratton, Tecumseh's, Kohlers, like you would see here, but just not on the Hondas. So basically on the Honda engines, there's basically no way you can actually change the oil on them unless you would have to tilt the mower on its side and have the oil cap off, and it'll drain the oil out. I don't really like that method. To me, that's just not really the way to go. So that's why I bought the LiquiVac, and it actually works really good. And it does vacuum pretty much all the oil out of it. So I'm not gonna do a little demonstration on it, which y'all have. I do have some videos in the past on actually using it, so I'll probably just post this as a video response to those videos. And so yeah, so I just basically just like I said, I usually, when the tank is full, I usually like to just put all that old oil in a container like this, and then just once it gets full, I'll just take it to a recycling center to get it recycled, which most likely you can just take it to an auto store. So yeah, so this thing's worked great now for the last 5 years. Makes it so much easier on doing oil changes, and leaves just a very little mess too. So yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and so thanks for watching.